Direct News TV. March 26, 2024. Israel's war on Gaza live, Israel to press on despite binding UN resolution. More than 81 people have been killed and 93 wounded in Gaza in 24 hours, according to the enclave's health ministry. Israel has dismissed Hamas's ceasefire demands as delusional after the group said it was sticking to its original proposal calling for Israel's full withdrawal from the Gaza Strip and a permanent ceasefire. Hamas leader meets with Iranian FM. Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh has met with Iranian Foreign Minister Hossein Amir-Abdollahian in Tehran. The officials discussed the latest developments in the war in Gaza and Israel's ongoing aggression in the occupied West Bank, reports Iran's state-owned press TV. Killed volunteer hospital worker buried in central Gaza. The Palestine Red Crescent Society, PRCS, a humanitarian group that provides rescue and relief services in Gaza, has posted photos from the funeral of one of its members who was killed by Israeli fire in Al Amal Hospital in Deir el-Bala. 23-year-old Amir Abu Aisha, who volunteered in the hospital's emergency operations room, is the 15th member of the PRCS to be killed in the Gaza war. Rocket sirens sound in northern Israel. Aerial warning sirens have sounded in the northern Israeli settlement of Haneda, according to media reports. There has been a regular exchange of fire over the Lebanese-Israeli border between the Hezbollah group and Israel's army since the war began. In case you're just joining us, it's 2 p.m., 12 o'clock GMT, in the occupied Palestinian territory and Israel. Here are some of the main developments. 12 people have drowned, and 6 have been killed in stampedes while trying to recover airdropped aid, according to Gaza's government media office. 18 people have been killed in an overnight Israeli bombing of a home in Rafah, with 9 children among the victims. The UN rapporteur on Palestine says there are reasonable grounds to believe the threshold has been met for genocidal acts by Israel. Israeli Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir says the army should enter Rafah in southern Gaza even without the US support. In a 24-hour period, 81 people have been killed and 93 wounded in Gaza, according to the enclave's health ministry. Death toll from aid airdrops rises to 18, Gaza media office. 12 people are confirmed to have drowned when they swam into the Mediterranean Sea to get aid parcels airdropped near Gaza's northern coast, said the Gaza government's media office. 6 more were killed in stampedes that broke out when aid was dropped elsewhere in northern Gaza, where extreme hunger is pervasive, it added. The media office said such aid airdrops were abusive and futile in light of the famine-like conditions in northern Gaza, and called for the opening of land crossings which can bring in far more aid more safely and efficiently. We must enter Rafah now, Israeli minister. Israeli National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir has said that the army should enter Rafah in southern Gaza even without the US support. We must enter Rafah now, he said, in remarks quoted by the Israeli Army radio. When he was reportedly asked if the action should be taken even if Washington does not back it, he said, "Clearly, I remind you that we went into several wars without the support of the Americans and the whole world." Defying international calls to halt its military operation, Israel has pledged to push into Rafah on the southern tip of Gaza, where more than half of the enclave's 2.3 million residents have been sheltering after fleeing the Israeli assault farther north. UN agency calls on Israel to revoke ban on food deliveries. A UN humanitarian office spokesperson has called for Israel to revoke a decision barring food deliveries to northern Gaza from the UN Palestinian Refugee Agency, UNRWA, saying people there were facing a cruel death by famine. The decision must be revoked, OCHA spokesperson Jens Laerke told a UN briefing. You cannot claim to adhere to these international provisions of law when you block UNRWA food convoys. UNRWA's head said on Sunday that Israel had informed the UN that it will no longer approve its food convoys to North Gaza. My name is Kingsley. Please like, share, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be the first to be notified whenever we post. You won't regret it.